I want you to try this. I want you to pick one story or tip to post this week that shows your personality and your expertise. Okay? So one story or one post, one tip. You might do a carousel if you don't want to do a reel, because a carousel, of course, is just multiple pictures that load at the same time. So you can create them in Canva, download them to your phone, upload them to Insta. You can check in the algorithm the best time to post, but it shows your expertise as well as your personality so that the people coming to see you know who you are, so that they can see who you are, so they can get to meet you, the real you. Mentoring with Geraldine is a bite-sized practitioner podcast for naturopaths, nutritionists, herbalists, coaches, and practitioners. This podcast responds directly to the needs of you, the practicing natural therapist. We have interviews during the holiday season and business and mindset support each week, so you'll get the variety you need to enjoy and stay motivated in your practice. Don't forget to subscribe to receive the weekly episodes. And if you want to connect with me, always check the show notes, because that's where you'll find the links to book appointments and, of course, to join the Academy, the membership group where there's constant connection and community with like-minded practitioners. Now, let's get started. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mentoring with Geraldine and the Bite Size Podcast. How the devil are you? So last week, I talked about money mindset, and when I was talking about money mindset and with the meditation, thinking about the stuff and where we're going and what we're doing, it made me think about how we need to show up with clarity about how we feel. So marketing that feels like you, what I do, what I deliver, my words that come out on social media. I had a mentee this morning and she was like, oh yeah, your last, what are they called? They're called a reel. Your last reel really resonated with me. And the things that you said about not reinventing the wheel, about showing up and getting help when you need it. And here I am. And I was like, that is amazing to know that what I am producing for people is me. And you're seeing it as me. You're seeing me in the thing. Okay, because we don't want to be someone else. As I've said before, we don't want to be somebody else's stuff. We can use this stuff as inspiration. We can't copy their stuff because then we are them. And we're not them. They are not us. We come to you. If they want to come to you, they won't go to them. Okay? So we have to produce our marketing that feels like us, that is you, right? So we need to define our natural voice. Now, you might be using AI for some of your information. There was a bit of research recently saying that people who overused AI couldn't think of anything new and couldn't come up with ideas. So we don't want to overuse the AI, apart from the environmental impact of cooling all of these conductors or whatever they are, how they store all the AI stuff. So we do need to think about, yes, you can use AI, go for it. But just get the headings from that. Just get the ideas from that, because is AI you? Does it come up with your natural voice? And what is your natural voice? Are you someone who is nurturing, really clinical? Are you like bang, bang, bang? Do you have a teacher style? What is it? And you need to lean into that natural voice. Okay. You need to think, how do I come across? And you probably need to ask people as well. It's probably a good idea if you ask people, how do I come across to you? I'm somebody long ago when you couldn't use AI for anything. I've had stuff written by copywriters. And one of the words that comes out with copywriters when they think about me is I'm straight to the point. I'm sassy. I've got vibe. I know what I'm talking about, right? So we need to know so we can define our voice. Now, when you think about me, what do you think? You probably think, yeah, she can be a bit funny. She can be a little bit quirky, but she's really down to earth. She's straight to the point. And she knows her stuff. And if she doesn't know it, she goes and asks. Or she says, I don't know it. She's honest, right? And these are the things that need to come out in your posts and what you do. So with our posts and with marketing, we want to educate first. We want to educate our public, not over-educate and not share everything, so that we can educate in a way, it's not A is for apple, B is for banana, C is for carrot, whatever. It is a case of, how many carrots do we actually need in our lives? But here's a great carrot soup recipe. And then we sell second. We have to educate first, sell second. Teaching wins trust, but we don't have to overteach. Little things, simple things work really well. If you're using Google My Business, it's a fantastic way of creating trust by putting up photos of you while you're in the garden or cooking something or doing the job so that people see you in action and they see you. How are we going to do that, in posts and emails? You really need to think about that. How can I be true to me? One of the things I like to get people to do when I'm mentoring them is take photos of themselves and their workspace, their entry door, maybe even the parking area, simple things like that. So I asked my hubby, I don't know who's going to like me doing that. He doesn't know, he doesn't listen to my podcast. I asked him to drop the car off and he, in the morning on his way to work. Now, we've moved house, so very different to dropping it off in the past. And yet it's exactly the same because the car goes to the same place. But then I thought to myself, maybe he hasn't actually taken it there because the mechanic has moved. He moved about 5 years ago, but maybe I've done all of the moving since then. I don't know, all of the car drop-offs since then. I don't know. But he got really stressed about where do I leave the car? Where do I leave the keys if I'm there before the mechanic arrives? What is the system? And we have to remember our clients are thinking that about us as well. Where is their office? How do I go online? How do I meet them? What is the system? We have to share that so they feel calm, so they feel, yes, I can see that practitioner because I know the leader. When we show a photo of ourselves at our desk in our room, we also want to show a photo of the chair they'll be sitting in or the view from that chair when they're looking at you. Think about how can I educate people about my space, about who I am, about what I do, about the fact that I eat schnitzel too, not very often. But I eat schnitzel too. There's things that we can say. I do those naughty things very occasionally as well, but I've swapped them out. I do other things instead. So we want to educate first and sell second. Another thing that works, because we're therapists, of course, is case studies, Q&As, behind the scenes social proof. All right. If we're registered with APRA in Australia, we can't have testimonials. And theoretically, we shouldn't really have them on our website. Some of the associations don't like it. Google My Business is a great one. You can have as many testimonials as you like on there. But at the end of the day, our clients need to know what's going to happen. So a case study is a fantastic way of doing it. When we write a case study, we don't say we gave them this product by this person or this herbs with all of these in them. We say all of the other things, how it came about, what we did. A case study with maybe the herbal mix in it or what we did, we would give to one of the companies to use on their site for other people to help, to help other practitioners. I've done a couple of those back in the day, probably no longer there, for like herbal extract company or something. But now we want those case studies. We saw this person this many times. This is what they did. These are the changes they made. This is how they helped themselves. We gave them supplements. Carry on. Because we can't be seen to be like influencer so that we're saying, buy this. So we can't really say what the supplements or herbs or whatever are, but we can certainly have a full case study that says everything else. And those work for us. It's like a mini blog, and then you can reuse it. You can repurpose it. Love stuff you can repurpose, which is, why you have a VA, because a VA can repurpose your content. They can make stuff from 2 years ago look different in Canva so it can be reused. Okay. Because we do want to repurpose. We don't want to have to reinvent the wheel. Seems to be a bit of a theme with me at the moment, reinvent the wheel. We've got formatting to do. We can repurpose. If we had a VA, you can hand off your captions for this. Now it's going to go to Ella, my VA. She's going to edit it all. Angeline will also get a copy. She'll go through, she'll make clips, she'll make reels from it. And this is what these people do for me, so that I don't have to spend hours doing this stuff that actually makes me a little bit angry most of the time. And I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to have a podcast that actually makes me angry as I edit it, because it has, because that energy then goes into the podcast, doesn't it? Whereas being able to turn up to my podcast, to be able to sit down to record for you, to know I'm recording for you, that you are listening to this, and that you're gaining from it, and being able to hand it off to Ella and she edits it, she edits the video, she takes out the doorbell just now. She takes out the big crash out the back. You wouldn't have heard that. That's gone. She does all of those things, right? And that just makes my life so much easier. And it makes me feel good. It encourages me to do more. I'm able to educate because I have other people doing this other stuff that Ella loves it. She's great at it. So she does that job. That's her job. And I don't have to do that. And when we think about it like that, it motivates us. I'm able to do more because I have the support that I need. So, and as with the last couple, we're going to have a little meditation in a minute. But I want you to try something. I think all of these last ones have had a little, you've got job to do, you've got a little bit of homework. I want you to try this. I want you to pick one story or tip to post this week that shows your personality and your expertise. Okay? So one story or one post, one tip. You might do a carousel if you don't want to do a reel, because a carousel, of course, is just multiple pictures that load at the same time. So you can create them in Canva, download them to your phone, upload them to Insta. You can check in the algorithm the best time to post, but it shows your expertise as well as your personality so that the people coming to see you know who you are, so that they can see who you are, so they can get to meet you, the real you. All right. So that's your one task. Before we start in on the meditation, you know the rules. Stop. You've got to close your eyes. So don't be doing anything that needs your eyes open. And let's take those breaths. Let's start sitting comfortably. Those deep breaths in and out. In and sigh it out with ease. So you can really hear it. Make that sound as you get that air out. Okay. Take that gentle breath in and breathe it out. In and out. Breathing in calm and confidence you didn't know you had. And breathing out what you don't need in this time and this space. And I want you to picture your future client. Someone out there right now looking for the kind of care that only you can offer. That you specialize in. That you are good at. Take that deep breath in and out as you picture that future client. A person's there. They're waiting to come and see you. They're looking for you and the kind of care that you deliver. In and out with those breaths in your own time. Relax into them. Relax into the space, into your seat as you picture that client. Now your words, your stories, your energy, they're a bridge. They don't have to be perfect. They just need to be true. They don't have to be perfect. They just need to be published. They just need to be shared. People need to know who you are. Consistency is key. Okay. Again, your shoulders drop and your heart soften at one task. Let's repeat. I speak with clarity and confidence. Breathe it in. Breathe in that clarity and confidence and breathe out anything you don't need. Breathe in again. My message finds the people who need it. My message finds the people who need it. I don't have to shout. I just have to show up. Breathe it in and breathe out anything you don't need in this time and this space. Ground your body into this feeling. Let's repeat it as a whole sentence together. I speak with clarity and confidence. My message finds the people who need it. I don't have to shout. I just have to show up. Breathe it in and let go of anything you don't need in this time and this space as you breathe out. In a moment, but not just yet, we're going to open our eyes. I want to repeat that sentence another time with you. I speak with clarity and confidence. My message finds the people who need it. I don't have to shout. I just have to show up. Now, when you're ready, open your eyes. Leave behind anything you don't need in this time and this space, and bring with you all the goodness from this meditation. And now carry it with that ease with you into your next post, your email, your next conversation, your next blog. Carry this understanding of this person with you and create that content with them in mind. And again, we'll leave it there. I hope you have a brilliant rest of day. Look after yourself, and I look forward to seeing you, or hearing from you, and you hearing me on the next cast. See ya. Thanks so much for joining me today. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast for the weekly episodes. If you'd like even more support and learning, then the Academy is for you. Here you'll find part 2 of the herbal discussions, more clinical learning, and case studies to support your clients in practice. Bye for now.